Hi, this is Allison, your Teen Services Librarian at the River Center Branch Library, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a boomerang. And this is a boomerang that actually works and will fly back to you after you throw it. If you picked up a kit from the River Center Branch Library, you should have a set of instructions, a boomerang pattern template, a sheet of cardstock with 3 rectangles on it. These are going to be the airfoils. 4 popsicle sticks, 1 clothespin, a piece of a popsicle stick with tape wrapped around it, a container of white glue, and a Q-tip. You will also need a pair of scissors, and you can optionally get some markers or color pencils so that you can decorate your boomerang later. For this first step, you're going to need 3 of the popsicle sticks, your pattern, the Q-tip, the glue, and the clothespins. So you'll start by taking 1 of the popsicle sticks and laying it down on the boomerang pattern following the pattern template. Now you're going to take your Q-tip and get some white glue on it and spread about a dime size piece of glue on the center of the hub of where the popsicle stick is going to meet with the other ones. And you're going to lay your second popsicle stick on top of that following the pattern. And now you're going to do the same thing with the third popsicle stick and lay it this way. Now we're going to clamp it down at the center point with the clothespin so that it can stay together while it dries. Now this is the kind of difficult part because after we clamp it down, we're going to need to adjust it to make sure that all 3 of the spars or the popsicle sticks are following the boomerang pattern. So after you get your clothespin attached to the center, then you can do some minor adjustments to line up the spars again. So that looks pretty good. Now set this aside to dry. It's probably going to take about an hour to dry completely. So while it's drying, we can work on making the airfoils. Alright, now you need to cut out your 3 airfoil rectangles. So just follow the black lines and cut. Now we're going to prepare the airfoils for the boomerang. So we'll start with 1 of them, your 4th popsicle stick, and your roll of tape. You'll also need your scissors to cut the tape. So you're going to line up your popsicle stick next to the first airfoil on the long edge. Unroll a piece of tape that is the length of the airfoil. It can be a little bit shorter, that's fine. And we're going to tape the popsicle stick to the piece of paper airfoil right along the edge. All right, now flip the popsicle stick and piece of paper over so that the tape side is facing down. Now we're going to make 2 folds. This is the first one. We fold the popsicle stick over the airfoil paper once, and then we fold it over a second time. And then you're going to make this crease in the paper so that the crease will stay, and then unwrap the popsicle stick. So you should still be able to see the crease in the paper there. Now take the popsicle stick off the tape, and you're going to fold the piece of tape back down and tape it down to the paper. So you should be able to slide the popsicle stick in and out pretty easily. So this is your first airfoil. Now repeat the same process with the other two. You probably got some time here while your boomerang is still drying, so you can take this time to decorate your airfoils if you want to. You don't have to do this part. The final step for preparing the airfoils is to cut 45-degree angles at the corners, and you're going to want to cut these corners not on the folded over edge, but on the edge that's just one layer. So you cut 45 degrees here, here, and do that on all three of the airfoils. Let's check back in on our boomerang. It's been about an hour and it feels pretty dry, so you can go ahead and take off the clothespin. Now we have to find out which side is going to be the top of the boomerang. And this is important because the top side is the side that faces you. It needs to have a dihedral, which is an upward slope of the wings. This is the important part that makes the boomerang come back to you. So there's a simple test for this. You're going to put your boomerang on a flat surface and spin it. Then flip it over and spin it on the other side. And you're going to notice that one side probably spins a little better than the other one. This side, the side that spins the best, is going to be your top. So you'll mark it in the center with a T. If both of the sides don't really spin that great, then you can fix this by choosing one side and gently bending the popsicle sticks upward. And that would be your T side. So gently bend your sticks up, and then try and spin it again and see if it spins better. Mark it with a T, and remember that this side is the side that always faces you when you're throwing. Now it's time to add the airfoils. So this will be different versus if you're right-handed or left-handed. So if you're right-handed, you're going to start with the T face up on the boomerang and get an airfoil with the tape seam facing down. Then you're going to make sure that the hole for the popsicle stick is on the right-hand side. So this is the right side facing me, and this is where it's going to slide onto the popsicle stick. So it'll be going on this direction. For left-handed throwers, the hole goes on the left-hand side. So instead of sliding it on this way, we would flip it, and it would go on this way. So I'm going to put mine on right-handed side. There is a graphic on your instruction sheet that explains this and shows you which side is which. So slide on your first one. And then you're just going to turn it and do the exact same thing. Make sure that the hole for the popsicle stick is on the right-hand side of the airfoil for right-handed throwers, left-handed side for left-handed throwers, and slide it on. And then do the same thing with the last one. Then you can add 3 small pieces of tape to secure your airfoils in place so that they don't fly off when you're throwing your boomerang. All right, and that's all there is to it. We'll have some tips in the next part of the video for how to throw it.
All right, let's talk about proper boomerang throwing technique. So if you are right-handed, you are going to hold the boomerang with the T facing you, and you're going to think about a clock. Right-handers are going to throw at a 1 o'clock angle. So you're going to hold the boomerang T facing you and throw it at the 1 o'clock angle, making sure you have enough space for the boomerang to fly. If you're left-handed, you're going to hold it in the left hand with the T, once again, T facing you, and think about the 11 o'clock hand on a clock and throw it at that angle. Happy boomeranging!